Growing up, my family and I shared a tiny one-bedroom apartment in Texas. We didn't have much, so hand-me-down clothes and grocery shopping strictly from the sales aisle was my reality. And if I wanted to spend money, I had to earn it. At 18, I was folding jeans at American Eagle for $6.25 an hour. Then I worked at GNC, did a couple of random jobs, and then tutoring. These jobs weren't glamorous, but they taught me the value of hard work, and that's what set me on the path from teacher to millionaire. Here's why I'm sharing this. A lot of people think, once I make over 6 figures, then I'll start saving and investing. But successful people actually do the opposite. They save and invest every chance they get, even if it's just $50 a month. Do you ever notice how some people just seem to have it all together? Well, here's the thing. Wealth isn't some magic formula that happens overnight. It's all about habits. So let me share you the 7 habits that rich people actually do to build their wealth and the habits I learned to get to my first $1 million. Habit 1. Own it, don't owe it. I held on to my old Honda Accord for more than 13 years. It had a CD player and nothing fancy like a backup camera. It basically was something that could get me from point A to point B. Meanwhile, some of my friends were rolling around in brand new cars with car payments way bigger than their savings accounts. Instead of upgrading, I was putting every dollar into my investments. A lot of people think being rich means looking rich, but that mindset can keep you stuck. Because $800 a month on a car you can't afford isn't wealth. It's an illusion of it. Here's what I've learned. Real wealth starts quietly. It looks like owning your car, not owing payments on it. It looks like funding your emergency savings before buying the latest iPhone. It looks like choosing long-term peace over short-term praise. Build your foundation first. Your emergency fund, investments, and multiple income streams. Once that's set, the fun stuff can follow. Let's look at your savings, for example. If you're still saving your cash in a savings account paying you 0.01% APY with these large banks like Chase, Wells Fargo, or Bank of America, you're actually losing money every day. If you actually want to grow your money and not lose your money due to inflation, it really just takes 10 minutes to set up a high-yield savings account. And really, this account pays you money every month just because you're saving money. I'll leave a list of my favorite ones down below where some of them might even give you a sign-up bonus right now. Habit 2, set clear goals. Check regularly. Every year, I sit down with my laptop, a hot tea, and I write out all my money goals for the year. But here's a trick. I revisit them monthly. Goals aren't really set it and forget it. They're more like plants. You've got to water them, check on them, and make little adjustments as you grow. And here's one simple tip. Every year, choose just one money-related skill to improve. Take a course, read a book, and maybe even ask someone you respect to mentor you. Whatever it is, just keep showing up. It might not feel like much in the moment, but over time, those small steps will turn into something big. Habit 3, learn it, master it, monetize it. Look, I didn't become a millionaire just by being good at a million things. I actually just got really good at one skill, teaching. From teaching math at a public school to tutoring and now financial coaching, mastering one skill opened countless doors for me. Now, having a skill is just the start. You've got to actually master it. You want to keep learning, keep growing until people start coming to you for answers. And really, that's when you know that you can provide the most value to them and have people pay you for the skills that you developed. And really, this is exactly what I did. The formula is pretty simple. Find your skill, go deep, and never stop being curious. Because the one thing that everyone should recognize is that skills pay the bills. Habit 4, protect your time. Time isn't just money. It's the one thing that you can't earn back. And rich people know this, and this is why they guard their time very well. They say no often, not because they're rude, but because every yes is secretly no to something else, and it's usually something more important. Listen, your time is your most limited resource. So protect your calendar and prioritize what matters. And as a business owner right now, I've adopted this approach with my team. 1 hour-long meetings per week, no long email threads, and no endless back and forth. Everything is solution-focused. Why? Because time matters. Habit 5, sleep well, earn more. When I started tutoring on the side, I was working crazy 16-hour days, and honestly, I burned out pretty fast. That's when I realized rich people don't really grind like this. They work smarter, not harder. I thought hustling nonstop was the key to success, but I was wrong. The truth is, wealthy people don't grind themselves into the ground. They protect their energy and play the long game. Burnout kills progress. You can't build your dream life if you're running on empty. If you're up scrolling TikTok or Instagram at 2 a.m., don't be surprised when you feel drained and unmotivated the next day. Here's the bottom line. Your energy equals your earning potential. If you rest well, you perform better. And if you perform better, you earn more. Habit 6. Think like a winner. I've asked many people, if you recorded your thoughts for 24 hours and played them back, would they sound more like a supportive coach or a judgmental friend? The reality is that our inner voice is often brutal. Now, I'm not a fan of boxing, but I admired Muhammad Ali's mindset. He believed he was the greatest before he became the greatest. And really, this is the same for every wealthy person I know. They saw themselves as successful before anyone else did. And with that belief, that's what helped them and me take the risk. That's the same belief I had when I became an entrepreneur. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, don't be shocked when your results start proving you right. Because remember, that belief doesn't come from luck. It comes from the way you speak to yourself, especially when no one's watching. Here's what helped me flip my inner voice. Every night before bed, I write down one win, something I did right and was proud of. Then I write down one lesson, something I can improve. And that's it. One win, one lesson, simple but powerful. Habit 7, surround yourself with winners. So let me share something that I used to share with my 6th graders. If there's a seed planted in a tiny pot, it'll grow, but only so much. Not because the seed's broken, but because the pot is too small. Now, if you take the same seed and stick it into an open field with plenty of sun and water, all of a sudden it becomes a whole oak tree. And the same goes for you. There is nothing wrong with you. You might be just planted in the wrong environment. If you're constantly around people who play small, think small, or make fun of your goals, it's going to be really hard for you to grow to your full potential. But if you surround yourself with people who believe in you, push you, and actually want to see you win, that's when your growth is going to happen the most. And that's what happened to me. I removed myself from people who laughed at me for wanting to start my YouTube channel or my podcast and share my personal finance journey to the community. And once I started hanging with more supportive people, everything shifted. And now I try to be that person for others. I share what I've learned so they can grow too. If you're ready to take action today, start with one small move, like opening a high yield savings account so you can start saving. Again, I drop my favorites in the description below. And if you finally want to get started with investing as a complete beginner, watch this video.